So, as we all know, Deebo Samuel has kind of been thrust into the forefront of some of the 49ers issues that they have had this season. And he has been, getting a lot of heat, to say it one way or the other. You had Dieter Kirkenbaugh on KNBR kind of go on this rant where Deebo should have the C ripped off his chest, and Deebo actually just responded to it on his podcast. So, to get the full context, I want you to hear what Dieter had to say. And then after that, we are going to listen to what Deebo response was to that sentiment. First, take a listen to Dieter and his thoughts, and then we'll listen to Deebo right after that.
Last time I checked, Deebo Samuel wears a C on his jersey.
That's exactly right.
And he can't talk to the media after a loss? I don't want to see the C on the jersey again. I think you strip it from him. Because he's not been a leader on this team. He's not a leader in the way he plays. He hasn't been a leader in the way he's acted. And I don't want to pretend as if we have some, outsized importance here in the media. It doesn't matter.
It's
I don't
part of your
care.
job.
I don't care that Deebo Samuel doesn't talk to the media on the principle of not getting to talk to Deebo Samuel. He's a terrible interview anyway, as noted by his podcast, which is just a tough listen.
Way too much Deebo in our sound soiree. Yeah, that's what I was saying last week. I was like, is anybody show up in it more who says less?
We're the only people listening to the damn thing. So that is there. But as fans, you guys should be angry because the reason, if media has one role left in this strange, flattened out world, it's that we're in the room and we can get somebody to talk, to answer and have accountability for their play or the play of their team, to get some answers, right? Because not everybody can get in and they're not going to go into a YouTube chat and answer every question. There is still a little bit of a role for the media in this world. And if Deebo Samuel doesn't want to talk to the media, that's telling everyone that he doesn't want to hear from the fans. He doesn't want to be accountable for his play. And his play has been awful. And his team's play has been awful. And he's wearing a C. And he has the big money contract. And he's the one calling out teammates. This is a bad, bad look. And it could be step one in this thing starting to unravel well beyond Deebo Samuel. So I'm keeping an eye on it. But I don't want to see that C on his jersey again because he's done nothing to deserve it.
So as you can see, it sounds like Deebo Samuel heard about this and it got back to him and he has some thoughts on it. So this is what Deebo's response was on his podcast today on Bleacher Report about the fact that the C should be taken from him. Take a listen right here.
There's conversations about people feeling like you're not a leader this year. You need the C taken off of your chest. What's your response to that?
I don't know. It's kind of crazy because at the end of the day, we hold each other, as in my teammates and myself and Kyle and John and Jed and the other owners, the part of the team. We hold ourselves to a higher standard than what people hold us to. So at the end of the day, a lot of people kind of reflect to, taking the C off my chest because of, me having that altercation with my long snapper. But at the end of the day, I went to my kicker and told him that he needed to lock in and, we needed him to win this game. And it turned into something that it should have never been. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't have never led to that for sure. But at the end of the day, in order for me to have the C on my chest, it's not. I don't think it's too much of a coach's decision. The people above Cal, I think it's a player voted thing because we do that as a group. So if my peers and everybody around me feel like that I deserve to have a C on my chest, then I'm gonna wear it with pride, and I take pride in that for sure. And at the end of the day, like I stated, I control the things I control. It's been a little frustrating for sure, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna still go out here. I'm gonna do my job, and when the opportunity presents itself, I'm there.
Absolutely.
So as you can see, kind of a crazy situation because it sounds like he feels like this is stemming from the altercation that he had with, Taper Pepper and the scuffle that they had on the sideline and all of those different types of things. And he also mentioned that, it's not up to the coaches to decide that. It's not up to he mentioned people above Kyle to decide that. It's a player voted thing. And if the players believe that he should have the C on his chest, then he's, like he said, he's going to wear it with pride. So yeah, pretty crazy. Again, obviously having player podcasts now, like they're going to get asked about all these things that they're kind of in the middle of. Whereas before they wouldn't speak on it. We wouldn't hear from them. We wouldn't know what their thoughts were. And so now, because, he's on a mic, he's asked about everything that is pertinent around not only him, but the team. And this is one of the big things that kind of percolated this week. So I'm curious to know what you guys think about what Dieter had to say. I'm curious to know what you think about Deebo Samuel's response to this, and where you're kind of feeling. Do you think that Deebo Samuel should have the captain's patch removed? Obviously, being a captain is much more than just what you do X's and O's wise. It's how you are in the locker room. It's the example that you set. It's the respect level that your teammates have for you. And a lot of that comes from, things that fans don't see. And so I am curious to know what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.